I'm scared.
What's happening?
Are you okay?
Kidz Review Crew! Welcome back to Kidz Review Crew.
Today we'll be reviewing Disney's Maleficent Mistress of Evil.
This movie takes place 5 years from the first one. It's centered around Aurora's wedding day and how it affects both kingdoms.
This movie stars Angelina Jolie, Elle Fanning, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Let's get started.
Okay guys, we're back from watching Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. But before we get into the review, we have a couple new friends with us today. So I want to introduce Alexis and Jacob. Welcome aboard, guys.
Hey.
Yay. So Jacob, how old are you?
I'm 8.
You're 8, and how old are you?
11.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the team. And you've obviously met your colleagues here, fellow reviewers. There you go, fist bump. So it's now official. You're officially part of the Kidz Review Crew. So let's get right into it. So now, who here has seen the original Maleficent film? Everybody's seen it. Oh, terrific. Okay, so how does it compare to the previous one? Let's start with you, Jacob.
I think this one is a little bit more violent than the other one because the other one was more like friendly. Maleficent wasn't as like darkish.
Okay, well, that's interesting. How about you, Alexis?
I agree with him. I think there was more stuff happening inside the Mistress of Evil.
Okay.
I think the first one focused more on the regular story, Sleeping Beauty, and then this one's like it continues.
Right, sequel.
Yeah, sequel.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was better than the first one.
Okay.
I liked it a lot more because it has a lot of action, and as you know, I do like the action genre. And I just feel like my expectations were kind of low for this movie, but it managed to pull through. And I think it's like a kind of cool twist to put on the story.
Now, in terms of it being a sequel, was it a good sequel? So was it a worthy sequel to the original?
I thought it was like really well done. The characters, we got to know more of them, and we got introduced to some new friends and some new species. And I really liked how it was like focused on 2 different kingdoms and like their rivalry.
I thought it was probably one of my favorite sequels out of all the Disney movies.
Oh, really? Okay. How recently did you watch the movie?
I honestly think I watched it about like 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I had to watch it all over again.
8's pretty old now, so I mean, you're more mature, you can handle things better. But when you're 6, you're a little younger. Were you able to handle the content of the film back then? Because there was some scary scenes.
Yes, some parts I was a little bit freaked out, but I warmed up to that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Even at 6?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. You were a very mature 6 then, I guess. So let's actually jump right into that for a second. What is the appropriate age for this film? I mean, oftentimes we get parents that tune in to say, I wonder if this is an okay movie for my kid, right, my child. And when you look at the poster, it's a little intimidating, right? Maleficent, people know who she is from Disney lore. So let's talk about who is this movie appropriate for?
I definitely think 6 or up because I remember when I first watched the movie, I was around Jacob's age now, and I was really scared of it. And then my teacher, she had green eyes, so I thought she was Maleficent. So I like cried every single day at school.
Are you sure she wasn't?
See, that was the thing, because she had like cheekbones that looked like Maleficent, and I swear she had like what looked to be horns when she woke up, like, and she didn't have her hair done or whatever. Okay. Yeah, like to my point, I just thought like she was really scary, so I thought that like Maleficent was gonna come and like scare me at school. So I think it would be appropriate if it was like parents watched like the trailer and like watched the Kidz Review Crew before. But yeah, I think 6 or up. If you like aren't really scared of Maleficent, then you're good.
Okay. Alexis?
It depends if the kid or child likes violent movies or stuff like that. So if they weren't that scared, then I would say like maybe 7 years old.
Okay.
But if they weren't that scared of movies like this, then maybe 8.
Alexis, did you have any teachers that resemble Disney villains?
No.
Okay. So this is strictly a Sabrina thing.
But after, I also had a teacher, I don't remember what grade it was, but like I thought she was the one from Snow White, like the evil witch, because she always wore like this weird cape looking thing, and she had like the longest nose, so I swear I thought it was her, and I was like, wait, is that you?
But that could be the
And
child.
I actually remember going up to her and asking, like, were you in a Disney movie? And she looked at me like really funny. I'm like, look, and I showed her a photo and she was really offended. I wonder why, I don't really
And that's why you were held back several grades.
I see.
You have done an admirable job going against your own nature to raise this child. But now, she will finally get the love of a real mother. Tonight, I consider Aurora my own.
Now, let's talk about Maleficent herself. Was Maleficent a villain or a hero?
I think with a lot of like, with the Maleficent movies, she's kind of like an anti-hero. Because in a way, she's still bad. Like, I mean, like, she like casts spells and she like basically like did like an all-out war on these humans when she could have like maybe like done peacefully like a normal Disney princess.
Yeah.
But I feel like Maleficent isn't really the hero or the bad guy because she still is kind of bad. She's kind of getting used to not being bad. But then at the same time, she's just kind of adjusting to the good life. So like being good. So I feel like that's probably going to be like a major plot line if they have any other sequels.
I think she's a little bit of both because, like James said, she helps people. She like helps people, but she also like hurts people. So yeah, I think she's
A little bit
both,
of both. Okay. Alexis.
Yeah, I think she's both too, because in the first movie, she learned to love. Like, she was the one who woke up Princess Aurora, and then at the end, she killed her dad. So she's a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm. And Sabrina.
I actually think she's none of the above.
None of the above. Oh, okay.
Disney like princesses are usually really stereotyped to be like the perfect little girl, like you have to behave and be perfect. But like seeing Maleficent, she's not afraid to be herself and have that spunk and defend herself. And what she's really doing that people think is like bad is kind of her showing that she's human. She wants to protect her family and Aurora, who she loves very much. So I don't think that she's really a villain, but even though she does have aspects of like saving people, I think she's just human. Like even though she's like the most far from being human in the movie, I think that her character is like the most human out of all of
Interesting.
them.
Okay. Now, what about Aurora? Do you think that Aurora makes a good hero?
I think Aurora is like a role model that all girls should look up to because she is really not afraid to speak her mind. She just wants everyone to live in like peace and happiness, and she doesn't want there to be rivalry or like wars or anymore. So what you see in the movie is a lot of adventure with her and how she stands up for what she believes in and isn't afraid to take one side but both sides and help them learn from each other.
Well, you found some real meaning in this movie.
I think Aurora is kind of at the same time, she's kind of like the damsel in distress. And like she's kind of the damsel in distress and also kind of like a tough hero because like there's one scene where she like basically jumps out a window onto a rope, which was crazy. And then, but I also feel like since she's in this since she's like kind of locked in the castle to be protected from Maleficent. I feel at the same time she's the damsel in distress because of the queen locking her in the castle, and we all know that the queen is like, she's
Scary.
Yeah,
She's my teacher.
she's scary. Oh my gosh, she's scary.
And what, did you have the queen in your school as well?
No,
Okay,
that's one
okay.
I'm still looking for.
Okay, wow. Okay, well, we all have to have our goals. Is this a co-watchable film? Do you think your parents would enjoy watching this with you? Would other parents enjoy watching this with their kids and get something out of it? Now, some of you have watched with your parents today, so I'll be interested to hear what everybody thinks. Let's start on the end with James.
Hey.
Hey.
I just feel like it depends on who the parent is, it depends on who the child is. If the child doesn't like these type of movies, then the parent will really enjoy seeing them scared out of their pants.
Okay.
I think it would be co-watchable because me and my mom, like, we really wanted to see Maleficent together because we both thought since we watched the trailer together, we both thought it was a really cool movie to watch and we wanted to see what it would be like together.
Nice. And she watched with you today?
Yeah.
And did she like the movie?
Yeah, she said it was really good.
Oh, good. Okay, so we got a good parental review as well. Jacob, your thoughts?
I think it is whatever. Wait, what was it?
Co-watchable?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is co-watchable because I think a lot of the parents would like it, but I think more of like the mom side would watch it. Well, for me, my mom would want to watch it.
Okay.
But on the other side, my dad.
Really? Yeah, you watched with your grandmother, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
And did she enjoy it?
Yes, she said she loved it.
Oh, great.
I think my dad would really enjoy this because like he's always trying to get me to like watch Guardians of the Galaxy and all of those like Avengers movies, which aren't bad. Like I really enjoy them, but I feel like he'll like the thriller and like action in this and like the battles and stuff that happen more than he'll like watching like Cinderella with me or something. So yeah.
There's nothing wrong with watching Cinderella with your father.
Tell me what happened.
There was another creature.
You've spent years caring for a human. Now it's time to care for your own.
Okay, guys, we're at the end of the review now, and that means it's rating time. It's the time that you're doing the rating dance. I like this. That's great. Okay, there we go. Oh, awesome. The rating dance. Awesome rating dance. So, just to remind everybody and to let our new friends know, we rate our films between 1 and 5. So 1 at the lower end of the scale, meaning terrible, worst film ever, 5 being fantastic, and then 2, 3, and 4 in between those things. So let's get right into this and start down with James. What do you think? And we're going to rate this week out of, what do you think?
Fairies.
Fairies, I like that.
yeah,
That's a great
fairies.
idea. James, your fairy count.
It's gotta be a negative. I'm joking. It's 4.3. I thought it
Really?
was really good. I came into this movie with really low expectations, and
Yeah.
it just surpassed that like crazily. And I thought they did such a good job with all the characters' development and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's one of those sequels that surpasses the original.
Let me ask you a question. I know that I'm not supposed to ask questions when we're doing our ratings, but I just thought of this one. Is this a movie that boys are going to like?
Yes, for a lot of the action scenes and some of the characters, yes. But there are some scenes that where me and Jacob were just like, not
No, they were
again.
so
Okay.
good, those scenes.
Okay. Sabrina, your rating.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 fairies because it was really good, but there were some like little parts that didn't really make sense. Like one of the fairies ended up turning into a flower. That's not really a spoiler. But then after something happened and everyone else changed back except for that one fairy, but she was still able to have powers as she was a flower, which is weird because if other characters did that, they were kind of just gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alexis, your rating.
I would give it a 4.5 fairies
Wow, okay.
because I love Maleficent and both the prequel and the sequel.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. And you, Jacob.
4.9.
4.9. Wow.
Definitely.
You really liked it that much?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I just thought I like love the action.
Okay.
I don't know about them, but I loved the action. It, especially some of like some characters do lots of crazy and cool things.
Okay.
I like this kid.
Yeah.
Can you keep them?
We can keep him. We can keep both him and Alexis. There we go.
No, Alexis.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to follow us on social media.
Subscribe, comment, like, and share.
Join us next time when we review the next movie. Love that one.
Okay, guys, that was a terrific review. And once again, thank you to Jacob and Alexis for joining us. That was wonderful. We look forward to working with you going forward. This was a really interesting review. You all seem to really like it, and it's a high recommendation. Everybody was above 4, which is really cool. It seems to be both something that boys and girls will like, which is really cool as well, and co-watchable. So your parents are going to enjoy it too. We also learned, of course, that Sabrina has some really sketchy teachers when she was going to school.
Sorry if you're watching this right now. Still love you.
Great. And cut.
Oh, thank goodness. Can I get out of this now?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. That feels better. Let's go.
Oh, this is so much more quieter now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Here we go. And action.
Today we'll be reviewing Disney's Maleficent Mistress and Evil. Today we'll be reviewing Maleficent Today we'll be reviewing Disney's Maleficent Mistress of Evil.
Maleficent Mistress.
Probably around Jacob's age.
All right.
I like my mouth is just not working today.
How about you? I forgot his name.
Disney's Maleficent Mistress of Evil.
Maleficent Mistress.
Welcome back to Kids. Wait. Kids review.